Well, first of all, it's an honor for me to be here. My name is Richard. Welcome to Yoga to the People live streaming. Thank you for choosing us. It's an honor for me to be here. So I already spoke about the music, so you guys decide with that. You can also leave the screen on, which would be great, really inspiring to me to see your bodies move. But you can also shut off the camera if you want, maybe more of an internal practice. Whatever you want, it's the right choice. And know that. Know that at any time you're welcome to do a child's pose in this hour. So let's go ahead and begin in a child's pose, please. Go ahead and bring your hips towards your heels and your foreheads on your mats. Right away, I'm going to offer you options. You have the option either to extend your arms forward, it's more of an extension of this posture, or you may release the arms behind you, palms face up, which I recommend, especially if you have really tight shoulders. It's a really good way for your shoulder blades to roll down. Next option would be with your hips. If you have tight hips, maybe explore this posture with your knees wider apart, or maybe somewhere in the middle or fully closed. You can create a little shelf for your bellies. Now, one way is not better than the other. It's just a matter of comfort. Choose the comfort so that you can start shifting your awareness to the breath. The breath is foundational in this practice. It's of most important. So if at any time you feel that the breath becomes choppy, please come back to this child's pose. Of course, I ask you to work hard, take breaks when you need to. You can come back to this posture to do so. Something very specific that we do at Yoga to the People, we like to offer vibrational breaths. We do a chase, ha's, or or a flutter of the lips, which could maybe sound funny in the beginning, but after a while you kind of get used to it. So you have the option to explore that. And we'll begin that right now. Go ahead and expel all of the breath out of your lungs with an SH. Shh, everything out. Push it out of your body. Make space for new energy. Now soften what you're doing. Start breathing into the belly. Then the chest. Let it circle around the throat. Hold it a little bit for 3, 2, 1. And release it with your HM. Very good. And for those of you that haven't done so already, start walking your fingertips forward. You can lift your elbows up, your forearms up, tension through your fingertips. Notice how that feels. Try to create length through your spine. Maybe lift your hips a little higher towards the spine, more of like a back bend sensation. As you inhale, now start tucking your toes under. And as you exhale, start shifting your hips up and back. It's going to be your first downward facing dog. Now you have the opportunity to just explore it on all levels. Let it be super organic. Just think an upside down V shape. What does that mean to you and to your body? Pedal out the legs, bend the knees, maybe some donkey kicks. I like to stretch my intercostal muscles here. I cross my right ankle right over the left, kind of like drop my right hip down, and then I feel more of the stretch to the left side, and that feels really good for me. Maybe try the opposite side and see how that feels. And I was only able to feel this just by moving the body organically, right? Just paying attention to it. Use your awareness and use the breath. Now let's get more specific with the shape. Go ahead and keep your hands shoulder width distance. Spread your fingers really wide. Try to create an L shape between your index fingers and your thumbs. So it's more of a gripping sensation. Tips of fingers, knuckles, and the heels of the palm. Suction cup tight. And then pull the armpits in, and through the strength of your arms, really push your chest towards your thighs. Register that sensation. Notice how it feels, and then move on. Bend the knees a lot. Maybe your belly can connect with your thighs. Try to create more of a lengthening sensation through your spine. Notice how that feels. Maybe pedal out the leg as you're bending them. Then once you have that going on, you can strain out your legs, push your heels towards the mat. Try to feel more of a back of the leg stretch, a hamstring stretch, maybe even a calf stretch. Now come back to the breath. Maybe establish a pattern to the breath. Deep inhales through nostrils. Strong exhales through the nostrils. Deep inhales through nostrils. Strong exhales to the nostrils. Good. Now, as you inhale, reach your right leg all the way up and back. Legs straight, point the toes, feet it against your fingertips. And as you exhale, release it in between your palms. Drop your back knee down, but do keep your back toes tucked. So this is called the equestrian posture. It's like you're going to take off. Look forward, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, bring your left foot to meet the right, forward bend, Uttanasana. Now you have the options here, either keep your feet hips width distance, especially if you feel unstable, but explore that. Maybe you could bring your feet together instead, and then maybe pedal them out or sway from side to side. Opposite hands, elbows, hands on nape of the neck. Move it around. And especially if you have upper body tension, then you can interlock fingers and palms behind the spine. And as you exhale, you extend the arms forward and down. Beautiful, release what you have going on. Inhale, half lift, flat back. You can bring either your fingertips to the mat or somewhere around your shins, but the idea is a flat back sensation, so no arching. Pull your shoulders away from your ears, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Rock the weight a little bit forward and then just gaze down. You want to elongate the neck. As you exhale, release it into your forward bend. Now on your next inhale, rise up to standing for your mountain pose, Tadasana. And really investigate the stance, the structure of the stance. Stack your ankles, your knees, your hips, your biggest joint, your shoulders on top of your hips. Avoid a back bend in that low back. Pull the pubic bone towards the navel. Squeeze your belly a little bit and then relax your shoulders. And now either gaze at something specific to create focus, or maybe close the eyes and focus on the root of the nose. Cultivate something inward as you breathe deep inhales and strong exhales out of the lungs. We're going to prepare for our first back bend. Back bends, I always recommend 80-20 breath. Ultimately, what that means, you just breathe in deeply, and once you're in your deep in your back bend, you take tiny sips of air to sustain it so that you're not gasping for air. So maybe go ahead, expel the breath out of the body, out, 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 out. Breathe in. And now go ahead and extend into the back bends. Go ahead and push your hips forward. Lift up through your throat, upper chest, mid back, low back. Squeeze your glutes, exhale, release, forward bend. We'll get straight into it. Inhale, rise up, come up, stand up tall, look up, look back, reach it back. Maybe this time legs straight. Exhale, release it, forward bend. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Good. Now drop both palms on the mat. Glide the right leg behind you. Drop your back knee down. This time, untuck your back toes. And now, option one, you can place both hands on top of your left knee. And you want to push away from your left knee. See if you can straighten out your arms. Imagine that your chest is going to be parallel to the ceiling. Good. And now squeeze your right glute a lot. You can even press the top of the foot down on the mat. If you need support on the low back, then maybe place them on the low back. Fingertips down like you would in a camel. And then squeeze your elbows, shoulder blades as you relax your shoulders. Remember, it's still 80-20 breath. Keep lifting up through your throat, through your chest. Beautiful work. Now, as you exhale, go ahead and release both palms down on the mat. Tuck your back toes under. Extend the left leg behind you, plank pose. We're going to prepare for our flow. Good. Now stack your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders. Keep your belly strong. Remember, this is activation of all core muscles, shoulders, hips, pubic bone towards the navel. Squeeze your legs a lot and then stack your heels right on top of your toes. Create here as you breathe deep in and out. As you inhale, push away from the mat. And as you exhale, lower halfway down, hug your elbows by your ribs. Bring your chest a little forward. The idea is 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet on the mat for support. Squeeze your legs, your glutes, puff up through your chest. Exhales, downward facing dog. Beautiful work. And now breathe in for 5. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 3. Exhale for 2. Breathe in for 1. Inhale, reach and extend your left leg up and back. And as you exhale, release it in between your limbs. Drop your back knee down and remember, keep your back toes tucked. So prepare to take off. Look forward. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, bring your right foot to meet the left. Forward bend, Uttanasana. We're going to speed it up. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release, forward bend. And as you inhale, rise up, stand up, look back, reach it back, extend the spine apart. Exhale, release it, forward bend. Good. This is going to be officially your first one breath, one movement. You're going to do mountain pose 5 times. We'll meet in a forward bend. And once you've completed your 5th set, just hang heavy in your forward bend. Use it as an opportunity to let go of something. Maybe keep swaying your torso. Maybe try a different version of pedaling out your legs. Maybe this time keep the soles of your feet on the mat for that hip stretch, or perhaps calf stretch. Preparations to transition from your forward bend. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Good, and on your exhale, release it, forward bend. Keep your palms on the mat, bend the knees if you need to, and then this time you're gonna glide that left leg behind you. Place both hands either on your right knee or low back, or if you're super flexible, maybe walk your fingertips towards your calf, your back calf, and use that as support. Keep bumping those hips forward. Maybe squeeze to the pelvic floor, lift up through your heart, through your chest. Take one more deep inhale, and as you exhale, slowly release yourself down. Palms on the mat, tuck the back toes under, release the right leg back behind you for your plank pose. We're gonna do 3 yogi push-ups. As you inhale, push away from your mats. As you exhale, lower halfway down, elbows by the ribs. Beautiful, inhale, push away from your mats. Exhale, release to third. Keep hugging those ribs, those elbows in, good. Push, inhale, push away from mats. Exhale, release 2 inches, stay here, hover. You have 3, 2, 1. Inhale, push away from mats. Take your vinyasa flows. Once in your down dog, go ahead and release the energy. Expel all of the breath out, out, out. Shh. Take a strong, energizing inhale. Hold it at the top. And release HA. Inhale, extend the right leg up and back. Exhale, release it in between your limbs. Drop your back foot down. Come up into your first warrior 1. So Virabhadrasana 1. This posture all starts with your back foot. So explore the mobility of that. Try to keep it at a tight angle. The tightest maybe 45 or 65, you know best. But use that so that you can start shifting the left side of your torso forward while you bump your right hip back. That's more of the squaring sensation. Sit really low in the lunge. Maybe you can find a 90-degree triangle through that right leg, and then try to scissor your inner thighs together. It's more stabilizing. Sit as low as possible, explore that threshold, and now prepare for your back bends. Inhale, look up, look back, extend it back. And as you exhale, release your palms on the back, right leg back, Vinyasa flow. Inhale, lift and extend the left leg up and back. Exhale, release it in between your limbs. Back foot down, anchor it down, come up into your warrior 1 on the left. Now remember, that back leg is still your power source, so use it. Keep it really strongly engaged. Yeah, squeeze that glute and then sit low in the lunge. Just like that, really nice, Nina. Now relax your shoulders. Good, and then keep stretching the spine up. Take a deep inhale, look up, look back, extend it back. And as you exhale, release your legs on the mat. Left leg back, Vinyasa flow. So this is on your own, your second 1 breath, 1 movement. Such a beautiful opportunity for you to cultivate something. Maybe do it all with your eyes closed. Try to elongate your inhales, try to elongate your exhales as you move to these postures. You guys are doing so nicely. Preparations to transition. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, swing it in between both of your limbs. Back foot down, come up, warrior 1. So you have the information and the knowledge. Find the shape as best as you can. Sit low, breathe with intention, and as you exhale, expand your body open into your warrior 2. Now stretch your right arm forward, left arm back. You get to take a wider stance here. Maybe your back foot parallel, 90 degrees, or maybe your toes slightly in. Solidify that back leg. Pull the pubic bone towards the navel so you can continue to create length through your spine and maintain your shoulders on top of your hips. It'll also help you conserve some energy. Relax your shoulders as you keep reaching out through your pointer finger, index finger. Use the gaze. On your next inhalation, go ahead and now pull both of your arms up towards the sky. Good, we're gonna do some lateral flexions. Take one more inhale, and as you exhale, bend towards the right. So you're gonna bend your torso towards the right. As you do so, pull the right shoulder forward and the left shoulder back. Squeeze your tummy a lot. Squeeze your abdominal walls in the right side oblique. Inhale, come up, 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 up. We're gonna do it 3 times. Exhale, bend towards the right. Second set, nice and clean. Good, inhale, come up, 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 up. Beautiful, exhale, bend towards the right. Find your maximum expression, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up, pull the arms apart, give yourself a moment, find the breath. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands down, release the right leg back. Vinyasa flow. Inhale, lift and stretch left leg up and back. Exhale, release it in between your hands. Root down your back foot, come up, warrior 1. Remember, full expression, proud and honorable. Exhale, open it up into the warrior 2. Become vulnerable in the best of ways. Open up the chest. Breathe the air strongly, profoundly. As you relax something, use your exhales. Remember that the breath is always going to be the bridge to your body and your mind. Now, as you inhale, both arms up towards the sky. Good, soften the face. And as you exhale, bend towards the left, back to core. Right shoulder back, left shoulder a little forward. Release that back bend. Inhale, come up, 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 up. Good, exhale, bend towards the left. Maybe go deeper this time. See what that means to you. Right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Inhale, come up, 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 up. Exhale, bend towards the left. Last and final, you have 5. Make a choice for 4. Breathe while you're at it for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up. Spread the arms apart. Spread yourself wide. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. The left leg back, Vinyasa flow. 1 breath, 1 movement. You have the choice for your lateral flexions, your core, springtime. Or maybe go straight into your warrior 2. Close the eyes. Cultivate something. Once in your down dog, breathe in for 5. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 3. Exhale for 2. Breathe in for 1. Bend the knees a lot. Look forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, step, jump, float towards front of your mats. Once in the front of the mat, go ahead and gather your feet together. Toes touch, heels touch, ankles, ankle bones together. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release it. Forward bend. And as you inhale, hips down, arms up for the thunderbolt. Palms touch, cross your thumbs. So right away, pretend you're sitting on this invisible chair. Maximize the weight on your heels. Keep drawing your knees back as if they were gonna stack on top of your ankles. Think of it energetically. It doesn't have to be literal. Stay low, scissor your inner thighs together, pull the armpits in. Now, if you notice that there's a bend through your elbows, then you extend the arm more so forward so that you can keep them straight. But if they're completely straight, keep lifting them up towards the ceiling. Sit a little lower, breathe a little deeper, exhale, release it, forward bend. Inhale, hips down, arms up, thunderbolt for the second set. You have information, make it nice and clean. Relax the toes, relax your eyebrows, and as you exhale, release your hands towards the center of your heart. All right, inhale, puff up through your chest, and as you exhale, you twist towards the right. Bring your left elbow on top of the right knee. I saw that, Nina, that was really nice. Draw your left knee back, keep both of your knees aligned. This is super helpful so that you can properly twist from the spine as opposed to the hip. And now squeeze your shoulder blades together, puff up through your chest, maybe do a flyaway, right arm up, left arm down. Good, or maybe a half bind, right arm around left side waistline, maybe you can find the inner thigh. Or maybe one day, left arm underneath both thighs, try to find your top hand fingertips and you pull them down. But keep twisting as if your chest is gonna face the ceiling. Twist a little bit deeper, and on your inhale, come back towards the center. Stay strong, stay low. Puff up chest, exhale, twist towards the left. This time, right elbow or perhaps the shoulder can find its way. Don't concave your chest, instead open it up. Puff up through your chest, and then be mindful to relax your shoulders down. Do your flyaway, your half bind, your full bind, whatever's gonna serve you here, what you're gonna get the most out of it, especially your organs, you're really squeezing them out. Take a final exhale, a final squeeze, and as you inhale, come back towards the center, and now stand up for a moment of release, and then prepare to back bend. Inhale, look up, look back, stretch it back, and as you exhale, release it into the forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release it, forward bend. Palms on the mat, step back into plank pose, and at the count of 5, drop your bellies on the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now go ahead and release your forearms underneath you. You want your shoulders and your elbows. You're gonna do Spinks Pose. Now while here, keep pushing away from your mat. Be mindful that your shoulders are not pulling towards your ears or vice versa. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together. So use your legs as well. Squeeze them together and then really like maybe press down. Keep lifting up the heart and the chest and look forward. Honor this sensation. Beautiful, preparations to transition. From here, we're gonna go into a dolphin plank pose. Go ahead and tuck your toes under. Good, lift up your knees. Come all the way up, so plank. Beautiful, take an inhale, and as you exhale, walk your toes forward. So think once again, the V shape, just downward facing dog. This time you're on your forearm. This is actually really hard. Keep pushing away from the mat and keep thinking hips are on your shoulders. Once you feel stabilized, use an inhale, lift your right hip all the way up towards the ceiling, point the toes. If you can, look forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, drop it down. Inhale the left leg up and back. Leg straight, point toes. Be mindful of keeping your hips squared, taps through your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down, and then drop both knees down. Place right down, left hand down, and then you could do some cat-cows. Move it around. Your cat is an exhale, rounding of the spine. You could look at the navel. Your inhales, you lift up through your chest, you back bend, sternum forward. Explore the mobility of your hips, move that around. Wherever you're at, give it 3 more breaths. Good, you guys are doing really great. Beautiful work. Use an inhale now to tuck your toes under, and now use an exhale to bring your hips up and back to your downward facing dog. Be mindful of what's happening with the breath. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, swing it in between your limbs. Back foot down, come up, warrior 1. And we'll meet up in a warrior 2. Once you're in your warrior two, go ahead and flip your right palm. As you inhale, go ahead and extend it forward. And as you exhale, lift it up and back. It's peaceful warrior. See if you can find a peaceful moment. Yeah, and then maybe you can do that half bind. See how that feels? Stay low in the lunge. Keep that scissoring sensation through your thighs. And maybe your right arm 45 degrees, but if there's a bend through your elbow, lift it up more towards the ceiling. Keep the integrity of the posture. Pay attention to your right knee. Make sure that it's stacked and it's not buckling in. Good. Honor that sensation. Take one more inhale. Exhale, straighten out your right leg straight. Give it a final stretch. Good. Give it an inhale. And as you exhale, triangle. You can place your right hand either on top of your right shin or on the inside of your right foot. So you can measure that out. If you notice that your chest and your shoulders are reaching forward and down, then it's going to be best for you to place your right hand on your shin. That's a beautiful adjustment, Nina. Maybe even bring the right hand a little higher. Good, just like that. Now look up towards the ceiling. You guys are doing really great. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, release your left hand towards the inside of your right foot for your revolving triangle. Here, I recommend you take a shorter stance and think your back foot is more at a tighter angle. That way you can really square your hips. Bump that right hip back, lift it forward, and start that twist through that spine. Low, mid, upper. And now finish it off by stacking your chin right on top of your shoulder. Give it a final squeeze, a final twist. And as you exhale, drop your right hand down. Take your vinyasa flows, right leg back. We'll meet up in a warrior two on the left-hand side. Good, now everyone's in warrior two. Go ahead and flip your left palm, reach it forward, and as you exhale, find the reverse, a peaceful moment. Pay attention to the mechanics of the body. Once you've made those choices, move on from that. Keep breathing, keep reaching. Find something. Good, maybe as you exhale, you can start stretching out that left leg. Think 45 degrees, your body's like a ramp. Straight leg, good. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, go ahead and release your left hand either on your shin or perhaps on the inside of your foot. If you're feeling super open, maybe try that half bind, or maybe one day a full bind. If you're gonna do that full bind, be very mindful that you're not just pushing that left leg back or you're just like jolting it. Activate it through the muscles of the leg so that the whole body really supports this twist. Look up towards the ceiling. Good, give it one more inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and release yourself down into your twist. Remember, find that shorter stance so that you can square your hips. And then visualize it through your imagination. Twist from low back, mid back, upper back. I've noticed that most of the mobility for me comes from that shorter stance. It gives me more range. So see if you can find that sweet spot and marinate in that space. Look up towards the ceiling. You're doing great as you are. Give it one more inhale, reach. And as you exhale, release yourself down. Take your vinyasa flows. It's one breath of movement. If you wish, warrior one, two, reverse. If not, you can incorporate or release the triangles. Make a choice, commit to that, and do it 100%. Really beautiful work, everyone. Let's come back together through the breath. Go ahead and expel the breath out of your lungs, everything out. Shh. Take an honorable inhale, fill it up richly. Hold it and release it, HA. Start bending the knees. Take an inhale, exhale, step, jump, flip towards the front of your mat. Once you're in front of your mat, gather your feet together. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release it, forward bend. And on your inhale, come up to standing. Circle sweep your arms sideways and up. Good, bring your palms to touch. And as you exhale, wrap your right arm underneath the left for your eagle wrap. So you're gonna get a few options here. Option, you can either maybe grab your left wrist if your palms can connect. If you're super tight in your upper body, maybe go for opposite hands on your shoulders. But the idea here is pressure imbalance. So make sure you create the pressure through your arms. Keep pulling your elbows down, squeeze your armpits together. Think the tip of your fingers are gonna be underneath your nose. Take one more inhale, exhale, sit really low. Back to this invisible chair. Balance on your left foot. Inhale, raise your right leg up high. And as you exhale, you wanna release it on top of the left. If it's possible, you can find that, that double wrap where your calf muscle connects with your shin. Avoid collapsing in the arch of your left foot and relax your left toes. Now, see if you can stack your elbows, your knees, and your ankle by drawing your right hip back, left hip forward. Sit really low, puff up through your chest, less leaning forward. So maybe hips a little forward as you lift up your chest. Good, take one more inhale. Exhale, drop your right foot down, come up to standing. Circle sweep your arms sideways and up, palms touch. And as you exhale, you wrap your left arm underneath the right. You have information, so find the one that you're gonna be able to explore and grow from. Take one more inhale, exhale, sit low, back to the invisible chair. And then lift up your left leg high as you inhale, and as you exhale, you release it on top of the right. So either point the toe down or the double wrap, but be mindful of the direction of your hips, square them down. Good, beautiful. Now sit a little lower. Use the gaze, super important in this posture. If your chest is leaning forward, see if you can lift it up a little higher. Rachel, chest a little higher. Beautiful. Take one more inhale. Exhale, drop your right foot down. Inhale, come up to standing. Circle sweep your arms sideways and up. Beautiful. And as you exhale, release yourself down. You can get a back bend out of it or straight into your forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Good. Now drop both palms on the mat. Step back and take your Vinyasa flows. Breathe in through the nostrils. Exhale through your nostrils. Breathe in through your nostrils. Exhale through the nostrils. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, release it in between your limbs. This time, keep your back heel lifted, arms up for your high lunge. So right away, you have to start with the stance. Feet hips width distance. If that's not good or supportive for you, then simply take a wider stance, or maybe a shorter stance might be more helpful. Now, maybe you want to play with the balance, then you could bring your feet closer towards each other, think more tightrope. But straighten out the back leg. Good, and then squeeze your left glute a lot. Sit low in the lunge. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, straighten the arms behind you for a power lunge. Good, now bring your chest slightly forward. Think more 45 degrees. Squeeze your shoulders together, relax them, and on your inhale, interlock your fingers behind you. Bring your palms to touch. Good, now lift up through your chest. Keep pulling the arms up and back. And now go ahead and as you exhale, extend the arms forward, reach forward. Good, inhale, come up, look back, reach it back. And as you exhale, release both hands towards the inside of your right foot for your lizard. Go ahead and walk your right foot slightly out to make space for the right side of your body, your shoulder. And right away, you can start rocking it forward and back, forward and back. If you're good and comfortable here, you can simply drop the back knee down and then untuck the back toes. And then you have the option, maybe left forearm first, then the right, and maybe one day your chest. Now, there are two schools of thoughts here regarding the right leg. You can either keep your right toes forward, think more 90 degree, and you squeeze your right inner thigh into the rib cage, or right foot more 45 degrees where you get to pull your right knee out more. It looks actually more like a lizard. But I would base it on how your knee feels. Use your inhales, the breath, to move the energy around your body. And then use your exhales to perhaps release those pockets of energy that get built up. It's really interesting how they manifest sometimes. And especially when you uncover that, what it is for you, it's different for everyone. Now gently release both hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to transition straight into half pigeon. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, just walk your right foot over towards your left hand. Again, if your right knee is super tender or sensitive, I really recommend that you flex your right foot a lot. It'll help lessen the degree of pressure on that knee. So maybe one day your right leg is 90 degrees. If you're not there yet, great. You could bring your right foot closer towards the left side hip bone, and you get to control that. Remember, you're the manager of your body. Keep your left leg aligned with the left side hip bone, and then surrender. Surrender in the posture. Slowly, gently start releasing both hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your left toes under. Walk your foot a little forward. That'll give you space to release yourself from this posture. You're welcome to go straight either into your Vinyasa flow or straight into the down dog, where we will all meet up. Yeah, and if you need to pedal out the legs or something like that, if you notice the mobility of your body has shifted, then do that. Good. Preparations for high lunge. Inhale, lengthen and stretch left leg all the way up and back. On your exhale, release it in between your limbs. Back heel lifted, arms up, high lunge. Now go ahead and set up your best high lunge, your crescent lunge. Stay proud in the moment, square your hips, squeeze that back leg active in your inner thighs. Maybe sit a little bit lower than you want to. Maybe squeeze your belly a little tighter. Good. Take one more inhale. Exhale, swing both thumbs behind you for your power lunge. And bring your torso forward and down, 45 degrees. Keep pulling your shoulders towards each other, pulling your fingertips towards the ground. And as you inhale, interlock your fingers, bring your palms to touch, lift them up as high as possible as you lift up through your chest. Use this opportunity for the breath. Expel all of the breath out. And as you inhale, extend both arms forward, reach forward, and then come up, look back. You reach it back. Beautiful. Exhale, release both hands inside of your left foot for your active lizard. Start walking your left foot a little out. Make that space for yourself. And then walk yourself forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. When you're ready, drop the knee down. And then make a choice with your left foot, toes forward or 45 degrees. Nice, Gloria. Now start navigating through this. This will lead to half pigeon. So maybe massage your way into something deeper, and you could do that through the breath, the vehicle. Very good. And when you're ready, now start releasing hands under your shoulders. Take your inhale, and as you exhale, transition into your half pigeon on the left side of the body, which could be a completely different experience from the right. So expect nothing. You can flex your left foot. Some of you guys are super flexible. If that's the case for you, maybe your left foot would be more towards the center of the mat. See how that feels, but be really mindful of the limitations of your body. Slowly, gently, start releasing yourself from posture. Release your hands on the shoulders. Walk your little toes in. And then you take your final vinyasa flow. Once in your down dog, go ahead and use an inhale to stretch the right leg behind you. Find a little bit of length in the posture as opposed to height. And then on your exhale, now open yourself up. Stack your right hip on top of your left, bend your right knee, point to toes. You can find the back bend twist here, move it around. Look over the right side of the body. Maybe you can find the toes, or left side of the body. Great. Use an inhale. Now square your hips, extend the right leg behind you. And as you exhale, bring your right knee high into your right shoulder. Connect both of your limbs. Beautiful. Inhale the right leg up and back, legs straight, point toes. Bring your right knee high into the left side of your shoulder. Find the twist. Look over the left. Good. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale right knee. Bring it towards your forehead like a cat. Round the spine a lot. Breathe into your upper back. Look at the navel. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale slowly, gently release it down. Let it go. Good. Balance. Distribute the weight out evenly. Inhale left leg back. Lift it up higher. Exhale, open your bodies up. Stack your hips, back bend twisted. This time you look at right side, find left toes. So beautiful. Inhale, start squaring your hips, level them out. And as you exhale, left knee high into the left side of your shoulder. Connect both limbs. Really nice. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee high into the right shoulder. Squeeze your tummy. Good. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee connected to your forehead. Become a cat, rounded. 3, 2, 1. Inhale the left leg up and back. Good. Exhale, slowly, gently release it down and then drop down to your knees. We prepare for the camel. For the camel, keep your knees hips width distance. If you do your knees any wider, that's going to fall more into the lower back. So be mindful of that. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Keep it active. Place your hands on your low back, fingertips down. Or if you want to spice it up, your fingertips can face up. Squeeze your elbows together. Remember, it's 80-20 breath. And squeeze the pelvic floor. Take a deep inhale. Get tall. And as you exhale, lift up through your throat, upper, mid, low back. Keep bumping your hips forward. If you find something behind you, then maybe release your right hand down, thumbs face out, left hand down, thumb face out for support. As you do this, re-extend your hips forward and then re-lift up through your upper body, your upper chest. So you're not giving all of that work on the low back. And now squeeze the pelvic floor, lift up like a rocket. Good. And as you inhale, start coming back up. Maybe place one hand at a time on the low back. Yeah, pull the pubic bone towards the navel, squeeze it, and as you exhale slowly, gently, release yourself down. Get into the heroes. You have an opportunity here. Just make sure you're not rounding your spine or hunching forward. Keep your spine really erect. Your palms can face up, more receiving, or your hands can make contact with your knees. Think chakras. And then close your eyes. Honor your work, your practice, your breath. Offer your work to something or someone else. And now slowly flutter your eyes open and draw both of your legs through. For your seated forward bend, Paschimottanasana, go ahead and rock the weight off of the sit bones. Charge your heels forward as you flex the toes towards your face. This is super active. Lift up through your kneecaps. Maybe your heels can hover. Beautiful, nice, Haven. Go ahead and now use an inhale. Lift both arms up towards the sky. Reach up tall, get long. And as you exhale, grab your feet, pull your chest in, your shoulders forward and down. If there's a disconnect there where you can't make contact, all you have to do is bend the knees, grab your feet, and then you slide it forward until you reach your limits. Good, you can have more of a surrendering sensation, completely relax your torso down, effortless, relax the energy of the neck, or you could use the strength of your arms to pull the spine apart while still relaxing shoulders away from your ears. Notice the energy, how it moves around through your body, how it circulates. Moments of build-up, moments of release. Use every exhale to elongate, use every inhale to pull. Beautiful, now as you inhale, slowly, gently start coming up. Vertebra by vertebra. Good, we're gonna prepare now for boat pose. I'll give you 3 options. Option number 1, if you need support, keep the soles of your feet on the mat. Option number 2, balance on your sit bones, think your legs more 90 degrees, shins parallel to the mat. Option number 3, legs straight, 45 degrees, point the toes. Extend the arms forward, bring your palms to touch. Try to keep a straight back, think like a back bend. Good, inhale, lift at center, and on your exhale, twist towards the right. Use a strong exhale, twist deeply. Beautiful, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist towards the left. Squeeze that belly, use the gaze. Inhale, come back to center. Beautiful, exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist towards the left. Nice work, Michelle. Inhale, center. This is the last one. Exhale, twist towards the right. Beautiful. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, center. And now this time you stay. Open up your arm shoulder width distance. Inhale, bring your knees to chest, chest to knees. Exhale, lower, lengthen and hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let it go. Bring your knees towards your chest. and wrap your arms around your legs. Give it a nice squeeze. Try to maintain the integrity of your spine on the mat, that low back. Think energetically, and then keep pulling your shoulders towards the mat. Squeeze it tight, elbows or the forearms or the wrists. Good, listen carefully. We're gonna transition into bridge. Go ahead and release the feet on the mat, right near the hips. Keep them hips width distance. First, we're gonna do repetition. Keep your arms by your sides, palms face down. Don't interlock them underneath you. And as you inhale, bring your belly up. Use your quads all the way up. Think it's a back bend sensation. Keep lifting up high, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, release. Good, we're gonna do it 3 times. Inhale, come up, 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 up. Use those quads. Exhale, release. Inhale, come up, 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 all the way up. Exhale, release. And now we're gonna add to it. Inhale, come up, all the way up. Once you're here, interlock your fingers in your palms underneath your spine. Use that for support. Bring your shoulder blades together, walk them down. Good, now bring your left foot more so towards the center of the mat, and as you inhale, raise your right leg up high. Point the toes, keep using that left quad. Lift up as high as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, drop it down, stabilize. Inhale, left leg all the way up towards the ceiling, just like an antenna. Keep lifting the belly, don't collapse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, release it down. Unlock the arms underneath you, counter pose, knees back towards the chest. This should feel really good, that release. Squeeze it tight. So nice. And now relax the pressure. And now extend the left leg forward. We're gonna do a spinal twist. As you exhale, you could bring your right knee towards the right side of your armpit. And then when you're ready, you give it a twist, bring it towards the left. You wanna prioritize here, both shoulders on the mat. Don't focus so much on the knee making contact with ground. Keep those shoulders on the mat. And then squeeze, low belly. If a line is super important to you, maybe bring your hips more so towards the center so that your spine is not diagonal. Notice if that makes a difference for you. And once you've had enough of that, bring both knees back towards your chest, like a little reset. Give it a squeeze, a little tug, as you keep pulling that low spine on the mat, chin towards throat. And when you're ready, you drop your opposite leg. Do the right leg on the mat, good. Squeeze your left knee into armpit, and when you're ready, roll it over towards the right. Remember, shoulders on mat, and use your exhales to release. And when you're ready, use an inhale, come back, and let's go straight into the butterfly. Bring the soles of your feet together, interlace your fingers around your feet. Same idea, same concept with the spine. Try to keep the entirety of it on that mat. Once the soles connect, try to bring it towards the pelvis as you extend the knees forward, and then bring your feet more towards the chest. Give it a sweet inhale, and once you exhale, open yourself up for the happy baby. Become a happy baby. Stack your ankles on top of the knees and then pull your knees down. Think one day your thighs are going to be behind your shoulders, legs behind the shoulder. And then notice if your low spine has completely lifted up off of the mat. Try to slowly pull it down. It doesn't have to be overexertion though. We're going to transition into shoulder stand and the plow. If you don't wish to do these postures, you can take an early shavasana. Another option for shoulder stand, maybe spine on the mat and you just bring your legs up. You'll get the same benefits. Here we go. On your inhale, bring your legs up towards the ceiling. Place your hands on your low back and your fingertips face up. Think that you're going to stack your ankles, your knees, your hips, and your shoulders. It'll be super helpful if you use your abdominal wall so that you're not completely collapsing down. I like to come all the way up and then I retuck my shoulder blades again to make it tighter, cleaner. Try not to separate the legs. It's easier to balance one instead of two. So legs together, and then notice what feels different. Pointing the toes. In some schools of yoga, that's the way. And in other places, they like you to flex the foot. So notice which feels or how it feels for you. Now, I might spice it up. If you feel really, really comfortable here and you want to make a choice, then maybe you can close your eyes or look at the navel. Create something meditative here. Go deep within you. So beautiful to watch. As you exhale, flutter your eyes open if you've closed them, and then you can release the legs behind you for your plow. Now you can use your core here or use your intelligence. Bring your hips forward. That'll be the counterbalance to help you get into the shape. And then once you've landed, or if you've landed, bend the knees a lot. See if you can bring them towards your ears, Deaf Man pose. Or maybe try to wrap your arms around your thighs, the elbows, your forearms, your wrists. Squeeze that tight. I feel very claustrophobic when I do that. And even more, if I'm just planting some seeds, you can bring your knees together, place them on the crown of the head, and now see if they can slide all the way down to the mat, or maybe close to it. It's super hard, but what do I know? Take one more inhale, and as you exhale slowly, gently, just come down into your Shavasana, your corpse pose. Ultimately, the most important, the most powerful posture you could do. Everything that we did this hour is for this moment. I want to thank you all so much for your practices. My name is Richard. It's been an honor for me to serve you. As you know, we are a donation-based community. We suggest $12 per class. Of course, if you're in a place where you can give. And it's anonymous, really the most powerful way to give. And this community has done so much for me, so I'm so grateful for it. If it wasn't honestly for this community, I wouldn't have been able to do the yoga that I've done up to now. I've done yoga now for 9 years. And for me personally, it's totally changed my life. So I highly recommend it. Please keep coming, keep practicing. And hopefully I'll see you guys again. Go ahead and relax your toes and your fingertips. And when you're ready, you can roll over towards the right side of the body. You guys, we have a teacher training right around the corner. Rose Erin Vaughan, she does pranayama as well. All of this information is on our website. I really recommend that you check it out, right? This is the opportunity. Everything is being offered. You don't have to leave your houses. All it takes is just a click. Just click it and see what it does for you. So I picked this quote today. Where are you, my little quotes? Oh, this one. William Shakespeare said, "The earth has music for those who listen." Thank you so much, everyone. It's been an honor for me to be here. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, Rachel, Gloria. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Jan, beautiful to see your faces again.